Growing Patience by Trayvon Patton. One day, a poor little boy stumbled upon 3 small bags near his rickety cottage. The gold bag was labelled Riches. The green bag was labelled Knowledge. The brown bag was labelled Patience. Upon opening the bags, the young boy discovered that the bags were filled with seeds. The boy became very excited at the possibility of being rich, so he quickly planted the seeds in his backyard. The little boy made a great big row for the riches seeds and planted them. Then a medium-sized row for the knowledge seeds and planted them. Then came the row for the patience seeds. It was very small. What was so great about patience? The little boy thought. Just out of curiosity, he planted a few of the seeds and threw the others away. The little boy came outside every morning to water his plants. He gave the riches seeds the most water. The knowledge seeds he watered with what was left, and the patience seeds were hardly watered at all. A few months later, the plants were all grown. The riches plants blossomed the most. They were brown, very beautiful and tall. Surely these trees would make me rich, the little boy thought. The knowledge plants were green and leafy, but they were not as tall and healthy as the riches plants. Surely I have grown smarter growing these trees, the little boy chuckled. The patience seeds did not sprout except for one. In fact, if it were not for a few scattered showers, the little golden seedling may not have survived at all. The little boy laughed at the wobbly little tree. I almost forgot about you, Patience. You are small and frail, but maybe you are still worth something. So the little boy gathered the plants, with his father's permission, and carried them into town. The little boy set up a neat little table next to the weavers at the local market. First, he laid out the riches plants on the table. As expected, people from all over the market began to clamor over the beautiful riches plants. How lovely, how beautiful, how extraordinary, the people remarked. Then, to sweeten the pot, the boy laid out the knowledge trees. Scholars, philosophers, and religious leaders now poured into the market to confirm the whispers around the town. The little boy's table was now surrounded by the small and the great, yet no one offered to make a purchase. These trees really are beautiful, the little boy chirped. The scholars agreed, and so did the other merchants, yet no one made an offer. They all seemed to be looking for something else. Suddenly, one of the elders in the crowd came forward and asked the little boy, "Son, do you have anything else?" The boy was perplexed by this question. What else could anyone want besides riches and knowledge? The boy stammered, "Well, there is another plant, but you wouldn't want that." The little boy pulled the nearly wilted patience plant from the wagon and showed it to the elder. The entire market suddenly exploded with excitement. "How much for the patience plant?" a wise man screamed as the crowd jostled to get to the front of the table. The boy, taken back by the chaos, shouted, "I don't understand." The elder hobbled around the table and gave a comforting smile as he inspected the patience plant. "Very nice, very rare." "What do you mean?" said the boy. "It is barely alive. It barely made it here, and now everyone wants it." "You seem troubled. Why is that?" the elder asked. "I barely grew this plant, but I poured everything into the money seeds and the knowledge seeds. Isn't that what people want, money and knowledge?" "Yes, they do, young one," the elder replied. "My child, you don't normally grow these kinds of seeds, do you?" "No, sir, I found them by my home one day," the little boy sighed. "My family is poor and well, I thought. Maybe these plants could be worth something." "Ah," the elder chuckled as he gently touched the wilted leaf of the patience plant. "Worth, you say?" "Yes," the boy replied. "It is not the riches plant, nor the knowledge plant that has the greatest inherent value," the elder replied. "The value of these trees are its fruit." "Well, I watered them a lot," the boy replied. "Here are the flowers. They should produce fruit any time now." The elder smiled. "Beautiful flowers. If you had watered your patience trees, your harvest of riches and knowledge would have really been something special." "I don't understand," the boy replied. "What does watering a patience tree have to do with anything?" "Patience, my child, has everything to do with a worthy harvest," the elder replied. "A healthy patience plant sprouts special flowers that allow cross-pollination with both the riches and the knowledge plant." Cross-pollination? Yes. In a good environment, the more healthy and mature patience plants you have, the greater the harvest of riches and knowledge fruit you will have. So riches and knowledge do not bear fruit on their own. Sometimes they do, the elder pondered. However, it is very rare, and the fruit can be very bitter and immature. In fact, this fruit can end up doing more harm than good. It is just better to grow riches and knowledge together with patience. There is less to lose and more to gain. The little boy gave a sigh of relief. "Oh, I understand now." "Good," the elder replied as the little boy gently held up the patience plant. "I guess it serves me right, having neglected you like I have," the boy mumbled to the golden sprout. "From now on, I promise to treat you better than 1,000,000 riches and knowledge trees." "I think you have made a very wise choice," the elder smiled. "I do have one small request." "Anything," the little boy bowed. The elder removed a brown seed bag from his coat labeled Patience and placed it in the little boy's pocket. "Take care of these next time," the elder winked. "Thank you so much, sir," the little boy gasped as he saw the familiar bag. "How can I ever repay you?" "Grow lots of patience," the elder said, as he slowly made his way through the crowd. The little boy did just that. After returning home, he replanted his riches and knowledge trees after creating a vast field sowed with patience. The following harvest, the slightly older boy returned to the marketplace with fruit and lots of patience and left a very wealthy merchant. The elder found 3 mysterious brown bags outside his cottage filled with gold, a gift from a child who was given another chance to water the fields of patience. Patience can seem unnecessary or even unwanted when you really want something. However, are we missing out on the greatest ingredient to any form of success when we exclude patience? Getting rich quickly doesn't seem to work out very well. Knowing everything all at once? Knowledge doesn't seem to be as good as it can be without experience. Experience requires patience because it is really knowledge, proven over time. According to Scripture, we know that even God does not exclude patience when testing the quality of our character. Patience matters. It allows for true wealth. It allows for true knowledge. And it is the only sure means of obtaining both an earthly and heavenly reward. Here are some scriptures that can help. Psalm 37, 7-9. Be still before the Lord, and wait patiently for him. Fret not yourself over the one who prospers in his way, over the man who carries out evil devices. For the evildoers shall be cut off, but those who wait for the Lord shall inherit the land. Ecclesiastes 7:8. Better is the end of a thing than its beginning, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. James 1:2-4. My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into divers temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. If you enjoyed this story, please share it with someone else, and do remember to like and subscribe. This will assist us in getting more of these stories around the world.